Oh, sorry about being a little bit late, guys. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully you guys are having a great day or a great night. Time Action, welcome to the stream. Hello there. And Cucumber, welcome, welcome. I'm doing pretty well, how about yourself? And in today's stream we'll be playing some more Honkai Star Rail. See how this goes. Hopefully we'll be able to stream Wuthering Waves tomorrow as well because of Shorekeeper. Oh my god, Shorekeeper is so hot, I can't even. Anyway, I'll be simping for like all characters, it's fine. I mean, I'm not fine. Mind Turtle, I haven't seen you in here for a while. Welcome, welcome. Alright. Wait, actually, how many days are left until we get the 1,600? We have 8 days, so just over a week until we get the 1,600. Can't wait for that. Okay, and then we have the event. Okay, cool, cool, cool. What's wrong with cucumbers? I don't like them. Or at least I don't like the vegetables. I don't like the vegetables. There's Herta bait. Can I use it? I want Herta. Well, I want the Herta. Omni synthesizer. Everyone knows by now that when it comes to Honkai Star Rail, I know what the fuck I'm doing. But when it comes to, like, I don't know, Wuthering Waves or anything like that, I just stumble upon everything. I'm still just getting used to even playing Wuthering Waves.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
I just love Honkai Star Rail too much. And if you hear weird noises in the background, my brother is being a dick. Just saying, guys. So, my apologies on that front. My brother's just being a weird person. Alright, Wei, did you know that when you... Really? That's crazy. Most sane thing you have ever said. Come out the... Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can almost do another 10 pull. Hell yes. We'll do a 10 pull today. Nice. Okay, let me get my team back up. There we go. And where do I need to go for the main story? Oh, I have to be with Dan Hong. Alright. I need to move my chat up on this screen because I don't want to keep looking down to it. There we go. Okay. So we've been here before, so I already know what to expect. But... Wait, I have been here before, because I've been through all the way over here. Who's on Venna right now? It is Castorice, Acheron, Jiao Cho, and someone else. I completely forgot. So we have obviously Castorice as the main character. We have Fugue, we have Jiao Cho, and we have Acheron. So basically 2 Foxians, Acheron, and Castorice. I'm just seeing if there's anything new over here that I have yet to obtain. I don't think there is. This is the starting point of this entire place, the Grove. Don't know Honkai Star Rail too much. All I know are some dramas about it being... Me seeing you play Star Rail. I wanted to know the story. I love the story. I'm asking what character is in the gacha right now. I really need to re-download Honkai Star Rail for when Anaxa comes, because I couldn't get Mighty, so I have Guaranteed and Almost Pity. I couldn't get Aglaya. I got Tribby. I got Mighty. I'm trying to get Castorice this banner, and the next phase I want to get Anaxa. I forgot who's actually coming with Anaxa in the next phase. Alright, let's continue on, shall we? We've already seen all this and that because we've been here before. Genzy Mighty made me scream out in pain. It's a thing I want to be like regarding looks. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay. Black monsters are twisted in form and their life has turned to ash together with their souls. It's impossible to figure out their form when they were still alive. These are the remains of the black tide monster. It does look different from the Titankin from up close. What's that underneath it? A scroll? Yeah, I'm not doing that. As I expected, the Grove doesn't forbid discussions about the sky. It's a debate between two scholars about the sky ships. Aglaya also made mention of the ships when she interrogated us, a memory I'd rather forget. Gosh, gods are Mighty is way too cool. Hell yeah. I'll hold on to this for now. With any luck, this journey won't leave us empty-handed. Well, we could go that way. Oh no, we can't. Apparently it's blocked off, even though I opened it before. Oh, Hyacinth! That's Hyacinth? Why is she surrounded by so many monsters? As much faith as I have in her, it's probably a good idea to help her out there.
Really now? This is way more trouble than I could have asked for.
Need a hand?
Or you could sit back and watch.
Wait, really? I can't tell if you're serious or not, but being hard to read isn't without its perks, I suppose.
I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. Alright, now let's get him.
I was gonna say, like, Hyacinth, you're a healer. You don't really, you know, cast me out as being a fighter. But yeah. Hyacinth looks like a strawberry flavored Barbara. What the fuck? She kind of reminds me of
Destined for oblivion.
Harley Quinn with the hair.
Or maybe I'll take it all. All
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. How familiar.
Downloading Honkai right now. I need to prepare for Anaxa. This place is practically in ruins. What happened? There shouldn't be this many monsters here.
The black tide is remarkably quick to detect the light of Amphorius. So or rather, the blessings of the Sky Priest in me, might have unknowingly called them to me.
Okay.
Anyway, never mind that for now. Here, you might want to have a look at this. I found it around here and thought it might be of interest to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not reading that. If you guys want to read that, then by all means, but fuck that. Anaxa. Gorus. He's the scholar who fused himself with the core flame of reason.
This is new. I didn't know Professor
I lost my
Anaxa was
50-50 on
researching
Castorice and Go. Foolish one just now.
Never mentioned
Oh,
anything
goddamn. Foolish one's not that bad though. But yeah, I lost my 50-50. Who did I lose my 50-50 to? Was it Bronya? No, that was on my main account. I lost my 50-50 to Castorice with Bronya. And I forgot who I lost my 50-50 to on this account, or if it's guaranteed. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. Finon said Anaxa might be opposed to the flame chase journey.
Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic, even in a place as liberal as the Grove. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Circe's favors. Fate sure works in mysterious ways.
Literally, though. I picked up a scroll on the way here, too. It looks like it may be related to the one you're holding.
Oh? Let me have a look. By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same setting, one after the other.
There's still much I don't know about the Grove. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Who are the Venerationists?
The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, the Venerationists revere and worship the Titans the most.
Oh, goddamn. Prophecy, you say Hyacinth, that seems like a Genshin reference. Oh my god, that's crazy.
As the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro has always been at loggerheads with
I'm not gonna
Anaxa.
even try to say that name.
If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides to achieve balance.
The Lore Titan? Fucking hell. How many fucking Titans are there? I know there's 13, but fuck me. A very illustrative explanation, thank you.
Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution is merciless. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini treaty cannon could slip past their watch.
That was a joke, right?
Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy in soul repair. Everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer, but that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's likely what lies beneath his eye patch.
Well, because of his sister?
Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one step closer to the truth. Perhaps, to him, the crash of the skyship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable.
Firmament? Really?
On the contrary,
A reference to Mount Firmament in Wuthering Waves?
The first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth. That it provoked the wrath of the Sky Titan and brought divine punishment upon itself. It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after the skyship incident. So much so that even this scroll is completely new to me.
Don't worry about it. We'll just collect everything we can find on the Titans for now. There's something else that's caught my attention, though. This says that Anaxa is conducting secret experiments of some sort.
That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? Even I, the assistant lecturer, know next to nothing about them. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove?
Maybe he was doing an experiment which made the Black Tide get here faster? And when he was conducting this experiment, Cersei felt it necessary to put herself into Anaxa to save him? I don't know.
This is the Library of Philia, the place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they saw. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more, the original manuscript was supposedly then hidden here.
That doesn't seem like a nice thing to do.
Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their behavior was no different from bandits.
Well, if you don't mind, did the Grove ever rob Castrum Kremnos?
Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos, so I guess they were spared. There are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to search for the texts we need? We can bring them back to Akuma for reading after that.
Agreed. This place isn't safe. We should leave as soon as we're done. There are still several more scrolls strewn all over the place. I'll gather them while you pull up those texts. This way nothing will be overlooked. A record of the many research topics a capriest scholar had applied for, and the replies from their school sage about these topics. Topic 1, a discovery that many mythical beasts renowned for their longevity actually reside in areas with poorly managed birth and death records for such creatures. Permission to research. Reply: lacks research significance, not approved. Topic 2. An observation of real plants within the grove imitating the growth patterns of nearby white dryads. Permission to research. Reply: falls under the domain of the Lotophagist? I don't know. School, not approved. Topic 3. Investigating the feasibility of placing flying birds into rocket tubes to guide the direction of the rocket's flight. Permission to research. Reply: too fanciful, not approved. The subsequent topics grew increasingly eclectic, yet the outcome of the replies remained unchanged. Impressive tenacity. Hopefully it helped him survive the black tide. Hello Luna, welcome to the stream. These are complaint letters from the scholars about Anaxagoras, the blasphemer. There's a thick stack of letters. Based on the dust accumulated and the perfectly intact seals, the complaintee did not even bother opening them and just chucked them aside into a corner. This is about Anaxa? I should read this. Hyacinth, you should come have a look too.
Ugh, it's so dusty in here. Whoa. Are these all complaints about him? I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. His very existence undermines order in our society. They're probably all things like that.
Probably. Does Anaxa hold that much influence?
Why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxa established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone.
Oh damn.
Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn.
An uncanny impersonation. What happened after?
They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish.
Oh wow.
Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholar's allegations, or face expulsion from the grove.
Well, he stayed, so he must have done something right.
The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations?
Am I supposed to put myself in Anaxa's shoes and answer that? Yes. As told in the myths, the seas and skies and the earth are all, beyond the shadow of a doubt, creations of the Titans.
Anaxa would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances of the flame chase journey, and posited that humans have the potential to take over the divinity of Titans.
Oh damn. Finish her. Finish what? Oh my god, that's crazy, Cucumber.
Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a second allegation. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the gods. Do you admit it?
That's a serious allegation. Did he really do that?
Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as an alchemical ingredient.
I swear he did mention before that he used his eye to see his sister for the very last time before she passed on. And that's why he has an eye patch.
Every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili. And this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, then it'd indeed be sacrilegious.
Crazy? Oh no. According to the verdict of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Cucumber is guilty. Yes, an eye. His eye. That's why he has an eye patch.
Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. Toward the end, a scholar asked him, "Anaxagoras, have you any respect for the gods?"
No, I do not.
It was only after a brief silence that he answered, "I have never denied that titans are meant to be noble constructs."
What he didn't say, that the Titans are not noble, rings louder in this case.
Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain at least is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove where he continued his research, despite being regarded as a heretic.
I'm guilty of is setting fire to an orphanage. Stop trying to make me out to be the bad guy. Oh my fucking god.
By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place in the grove. We may find clues there that aren't on the teleslate. I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab, hidden between the cornerstones.
Oh my god, we're actually going to Anaxa's actual alchemy lab? Given the Grove's meticulous approach to archiving, could there really be such an oversight right under their noses?
It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, each has a private sanctuary where they can conduct research undisturbed in their free time.
Cucumber. What's crazy is when someone thinks they're not crazy, but thinks it's normal. Oh no.
Even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sage's research. But with the grove in this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while. Right?
No, he'll be mad. Hello, gays and wife. DWM, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping. Follow the rules of the court and nothing bad will happen. Ooh. A book covered in annotations from many scholars. Its title is The Art of Sophistry. 40 Ways to Improve Your Debating Skills. You skim through it and the highlighted methods include virtual causation, false premises, contradiction, controversion, conflating prevarication and reality, misinterpreted punctuation, misattribution and generalizing specificity, among others. Amidst it are scholars' exclamations. A true eye-opener. The art of language knows no bounds. If I can't master sophistry, I can at least learn to defend myself against them as an honest man, and so on. The last resort is, when all else fails, employ brute force. This isn't going to be of any help, that's for sure. I've got everything from over this side, I believe. So now we can do that. And then that will go back to normal. It should anyway. Just follow the rules of the court. Oh my god, that's crazy. They sell me on the black market when I go to sleep. I can feel it. Oh no.
This is the place. But where is everything? Materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. They're all gone. The black tide destroyed it all.
No wonder we didn't see any defense mechanisms along the way. Have you ever been here before?
No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, but Professor Anaxa also has a penchant for using bizarre materials.
Oh shit.
Students often saw him walk in looking bright as rain, but come out covered in soot with his hair singed. Naturally, no one dared to come near this place. Huh? That bookshelf over there seems to be the only thing still intact.
These are materials requested by Anaxa. Documents from various fields have been compiled in one place, including Titan Creations, the University of the Soul, the Universality of the Soul, Alchemy Doctrine, and so on. Most of the materials look to be within the research domain of the Newsporist school of thought. However, a document titled A Study on the Chrysos Heirs background is mixed within. If people want to read that, then by all means, I'm not.
What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Alchema and me?
You must know that the black market no longer works like this. I don't even know what the black market even is like, because, yeah, no. This journal contains several intriguing points. Traffic. Creations of Titans. From the Abyss of Fate to Castrum Kremnos, I've seen many a Titan creation during my time in Amphorius. Life forms created by Circes can also be found in the Grove. But fusing them with human souls through alchemical means, I can't even begin to imagine. The Chrysos Heirs. Anaxa seems to hold special interest in the divinity coursing through the Chrysos Heirs' veins, and has even conducted a thorough investigation into the heroes' backgrounds.
It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the Newsporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also makes sense that he would conduct research on immortal Chrysos heirs. But now, it seems Anaxa's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood and figure out its inner workings.
Halfway downloaded now? Nice. Through alchemy, Anaxa aims to refine the golden blood in the Chrysos heirs to a degree of purity equal to divinity. This must be what he means by close to true purity. But treating both Titan creations and the human body as materials to be used in alchemy experiments, that's rather extreme.
Danny, look at this. I have a bad feeling about this. My biggest fear. It's come true. After going through his notes, I think I can piece it all together now. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation.
Do you mean he's trying to reconstruct human souls alchemically?
Yes, this what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh, I just thought of something.
What's wrong?
Do you remember when the Black Tide was approaching? The Grove had planned to send Circe's core flame to a safe place. But an accident happened along the way, and Anaxa lost his life in the process.
Wait. Soul transmutation? Is that really an Anaxagoras? Or is it like... Did he experiment it on himself? So when he died, he came back because of the soul transmutation? Or was it something to do with the fact that he wanted to get Circe's in the first place, and he used soul transmutation on himself to get Circe's to be there? But Circe took over his body and resurrected him, which led to the situation we're in now.
That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident?
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it was something on purpose. That there is a reason why Circe's is with Anaxa right now. Like, it was purposefully done. What do you mean?
Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done?
I'd put my theories to the test no matter the cost.
Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame.
Oh. Did he succeed? I'm just stating the blunt truth. I'm going to find a new judge and open a case against you for being a trafficker. Just you wait.
No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Circe's would make a similar decision.
Oh.
The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research is still ongoing.
Could he have taken them for other purposes?
Like, what? There's only one Titan left in the world now.
The Death Titan?
No,
Oh.
no way.
Oh. To conceive an entity of perfection, one must first understand the principles of creation. If Anaxa is in Okima right now, that means... Carefully? The world-bearing Titan. That's why he went up there? Oh, shit. 77%. I'm so excited to make my phone lag from Honkai Star. That's crazy. Oh.
He's after Kefali.
Oh, no. Anaxa, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, no.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. A simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world, so that students like you may still learn about the night sky. Astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the holy city is also illuminated by Kefali's dawn device.
So, the skies of Akama are fake too.
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose a trick and be proud of it. Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have no other choice.
Anaxa go. I did not understand the law, but I'm an Anaxa supporter all the way. Okay, basically he's trying to make the perfect purity of either a person or a being of creation. And now that he has the Reason Titan, which is Cersei's inside of him, he's now gone to Kefali to make the perfect person, because Titans basically rule the lands and stuff. They control everything. Kefali with the light, the Sky Titan with the sky, the Death Titan for death itself, Strife as the Strife Titan and stuff like that. Like, they control different parts of creation. So Anaxa, I think, as far as I remember, is trying to make the perfect person or the perfect creation so that he can prove to everyone that Titans are just beings of creation, and that no matter if it's Titan or not, he can control different parts of the world, and so can anyone, because he believes that gods and Titans are nothing, and he wants to prove that to people, because everyone thought that he was just a performer, but he wants to prove, not to everyone else, but to himself, what he knows to be true. He also wants to see about the whole origin of the golden blood as well. So that's one of the reasons he's going to Kefali, because of the golden blood flowing from the Kefali statue.
And they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's
It makes you love Anaxa even
promises,
more, same, to be
except
fair.
to wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave of ignorance. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see, rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life. Why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection device instead?
Exactly, like, he wants to be able to control it himself instead of having the Titans have all that power and all that control. He wants to be able to show everyone that the Titans are a mockery and that people shouldn't actually believe in the Titans. He wants to be able to control it himself so that people can see the truth.
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all my theories and wild ideas, only to burn them to ashes when I open my eyes in the day.
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say, and every move I make, but above all else...
Oh shit. Oh.
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say, and every move I make is certain to influence every leaf, every branch, even the tree itself. My days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the first place.
That's not what Anaxa Xagarus believes. He believes that he can prove the hypothesis.
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand feat on your behalf.
You're right. I shall do just that. In the next meeting of the sages, I will spare no efforts fighting for the rights you deserve. Go. Establish your own school of thought. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Okay. So that's what he's trying to do.
Of humanity. You didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few questions, did you?
Nope. No, he didn't, Cersei's.
So, you figured it out.
After it's done giving proof, then what? I have no idea. I guess we'll soon see. There's his eye patch. Ugh. If he had black hair and a red eye, he would totally be like Hua Cheng. To be fair, the eye patch is on his right side instead of his left side, but... Where is it? Is it on the same side? No. I can't even remember which side Hua Cheng's fucking eye patch is on now. Hua Cheng... let me see the book. What side is the eye patch on? Okay, it's his right side, so it's on the opposite side. Okay.
If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but I'm no Dromus. Alas, I am a human, standing tall on 2 feet, possessing both intellect and pride.
Oh my god, I can't believe I just got free Ron May. I love Honkai so much. Yeah, I chose to get Ron May as well. And if you didn't know, Cucumber, every 2 5-stars that you get, if you already have E6 in those characters, if you get other versions of the 5-star characters, after getting E6, you get like this item so that you can get other free characters as well using those items. So every 2, you can get 1 5-star character from the store, which is so good.
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Cersei's. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. It's just... as I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much more? The source of life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and to learn what we really are. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning.
Oh, damn. I just got Castorice on my ults. Good day. Oh my god, that's crazy.
How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculations.
And by the sound of it, you have already formed a conjecture.
No. I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my own eyes.
Professor Anaxa,
Castorice.
I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary steps.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and her survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I love Castorice. I love her.
I see. In that case, let the show begin.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been stuck in a cognitive trap all this time. As unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they are in fact logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about what the soul is at its core. The reason I say this is, as I've mentioned earlier, the answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Hey, no cheating. You already have me. Oh my god.
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too, Circes?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion conjured up by the mind of a dying man.
Of course you would remember. Because that wasn't you. That was Calypso, one of the 7 sages of the Grove.
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How do you know of it?
Oh, now it's getting all interesting.
And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
What, so the Titans are basically people? Or at least souls?
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world, so who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness, yet you have no idea who she is? The answer is evident, is it not? Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air. And they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one.
Oh, okay, I see you in Exagoras. Wait, MOC. The content. Oh my god. So, his theory is that Titans are just humans that evolved and ascended to godhood.
Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, this brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say that. But it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Wait, what?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like what you did to me.
MC, Mighty, Truby, Cypher, Aglaia is half god. Ooh, okay, this is getting interesting.
If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
I have news from Hyacinth and Danheng. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a sacrilegious act unfold?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone and everyone with his tricks.
I'm sorry.
No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up to, and react accordingly to thwart her plans. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you are to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon as possible.
Preposterous! The Christos-heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders! How dare they trample over it!
Wow, these people are shooting daggers with their eyes.
It's been a while.
Crataros!
What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious warrior?
It has indeed been some time, Lord Crataros. What brings you here in such haste?
Shh. keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? They do the dirty work for kindness. I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad. So, did something happen?
Did you hear thunderclaps last night?
Hooray, it's Acheron, something coming to save us. Oh my, someone's coming to save us. Oh my god. Imagine main character wishing Acheron to be here. Oh my god. That's how powerful Acheron is. Oh my gosh.
Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
Whoa, okay, the Flame Reaver's back? Oh fuck. If he's back, what does that mean?
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos arena.
No, we didn't. Well, Mighty didn't.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps under cover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the council.
That's her.
Looks like you can see it for yourself.
We should get back. Thank you for the intel, Lord Crateros.
Okay. Acheron, you have to come here to help. Okay, before we do absolutely anything, let's do a 10 poll to see if we can get Cass. Got none of those. Okay, nice. Okay, so what's our pity at right now? I don't even remember our pity. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we have 30 pity. And we still have a 50-50. So this will be 40 pity. Still 50-50. Sending Lucky away? Hell yes. Let's do this. It's all or nothing now. It's time to duel. I'm just speaking. What? I was just a Yu-Gi-Oh! What is this? Oh my god. To be fair though, that duel basically has like a big correlation to what's happening right now in Emphorius. It's time to duel. Sending all the luck. You've brought some luck at least, Cucumber. Whether it's 50-50 or not, we still have a 5-star at the end of the day. So, Void, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by, and please don't be a Bailu. Please don't be a Bailu. Actually, oh no. Come on, give me Castorice. Hey, Pela. Yes! We got her, guys! We won the 50-50! Yes! We have Castorice! Cucumber, thank you so much for the luck. Oh my goodness. Yay! We have Castorice! Oh my god, yay. Oh, I'm so happy we have Castorice. Hell yes. I sent you enough luck. You did. Oh man, I'm so happy now. We have Castorice! Oh, actually, before we do anything, I totally would like to get Pela E6.
Push forward.
We have Castorice! Hell yeah! Hey Cass! Oh, she's so cute! I love her. She will have, I don't know, attack by 20%, where is he? Dealt by the weak, miss by 20 for the less than 3 turns. In the, this one. Oh, she's gonna get, ooh, the hurt and, ooh, I see. God, she's so pretty. She is pretty. For now, that's what I'm gonna put on her, but obviously it's not the ending thing. Now we wait for a year for Wei to make Has first fighting content. Oh my god. I need to build characters before I do that.
Look, light is coming in.
These are the only 3 that I can really put on Castorice though for now. Equip a high HP Lycone. Well, that's 48. That's 43 at the moment. Victory in a blink is kind of mid. We'll just keep it on for now, obviously, because I have nothing really else to go on. I need to level up Ron May as well.
Research is progressing at astronomical speeds.
Can use a Biler's Lycone in the second slot, then find a wallpaper Lycone. It's so funny that I got her. No, you got her too. Good job. Hell yeah. Biler's Lycone?
Research is progressing at astronomical speeds.
What's Biler's Lycone? Ron May is also really— yeah, she is. I don't even have a Lycone for Ron May. Oh, I do. I could use this one. It's just that it's there, I guess. Just do that for now. Who else doesn't have a Lycone now then? Is it just Bailu? Okay. She now has one. Okay. Okay, so I think it's just Ting Yun that doesn't have oh, Ting Yun and Hanya. Okay. Yeah, it's just Ting Yun and Hanya that don't have one. Bailu's 5-star Lycone? Bailu's 5-star? Isn't that in the store? This one? can't get that right now. Flames of Fire is the best one you got. This made me want to gamble right now. Thank you, Wei. Oh my god. Flames of Fire. Why are these all level? I really should update most of these characters. I should really do a stream where I'm just focusing purely on leveling everything up. Okay. Boom. Is there anything here that I need to do? No, okay. It's in destruction. Okay, how many days until we can get the... Okay, 13 days, so just under 2 weeks. Okay. Okay, let's just think, yeah. Alright. Let's do these two real quick. Okay, we got another Natasha, but we already have our E6. So let's get another one of these. It's equipped on Shuyi. Where the fuck is Shuyi? This one, but the effects cannot be activated though. Isn't the whole point of a Lycon is to have the effects? Use the Finon one. Character is not of the path of destruction. Effects cannot be activated. I know it's the whole thing with like HP and stuff, but I don't have a one in the path of... What is this? Path of Remembrance. There are no good Lycone for Castorice right now, so people are using high stat Lycone. Check out Bruxfon's guide. Only use 5-star Lycone, don't have effect. Cast only need HP, so only 5-star has high HP. Okay. So right now this one is alright, I guess. We'll stick with this one for now. this only needs high HP. HP, so I need 5 stars. Has high HP. Okay. Alright. Let's just continue on for now, and then when it comes to building characters.
Above, as the Theoros I have observed. Virtuous citizens of Akamar, Finan Navides, Elysiae, and the Outlander are heading toward us.
Aglaya, what happened here?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check, but I admit I am now unable to do so.
What do you mean?
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites, no longer capable of relating to the people. This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan, in order for me to retreat behind the scenes.
2 more weeks, we can get 1600 jades and a letter from my favorite silver wolf. I am getting it from Kafka, which is evident because Kafka is, yeah.
Yes, this is my duty, but
it is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate, but that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without flaw, capable of relating deeply with humans.
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations and win this debate.
I don't like kindness. Fuck off, kindness.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities, each with their own local faith, while gods walked the earth and shared close bonds with humans. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city, where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat, with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. All I have left is one question for you.
I like her. She is a clown. That is a really good actor in my show. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova, or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Make your choice. Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an ideal future?
Era Nova is a path of salvation that the gods promised. We should not have doubts in the flame chase journey.
We all know that Anaxa is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me. How does the Council of Elders plan to turn back time?
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Anaxa is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Anaxa will descend upon us again.
I want to return to Flower. Is that a valid choice? Oh my god. Cass?
Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on our side.
Cass, I know you're trying to save our life and trying to understand the whole thing with the Death Titan and stuff, but please, please, don't side with kindness.
Anaxa, one of the Grove's 7 sages.
Oh no.
And Castorice, Idonia's goddess of death.
No, no, Castorice, please. No. Castorice, why? I know you're trying to save our life and trying to understand shit, but please. We're trying to win this debate. This is a big choice for the Flame Chase journey. Making me feel things that gays too. Oh my god, that's crazy.
With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you that Anaxa will exist once more.
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders instead?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Anaxa.
Anaxa! Anaxa!
Cass. Oh, my heart! My fucking heart, Castorice! Why are you doing this?
Castorice? Why are you standing over there?
You finally arrived, Anaxa. So have you, Cass.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens normally do? Tell me, dear citizens, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the Flame Chase journey.
He's one of the 7 sages. That's impossible.
Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists, how can we go back to the old days?
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Pagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls of this majestic holy city?
Oh. Could it be that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world, where are you now? Oh, legendary Anaxa, return to the mortal realm.
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to end.
This is bad. The masses are now totally riled up.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, dear citizens, we are truly fortunate and blessed. For Castorice, Idonia's goddess of death, will surely find Thanatos under my guidance.
What? With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorice brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Arachrysia will return to our world once again.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
We haven't even said anything yet, so fuck me. Why are you just... Oh, I can't even. This is not a debate. This is... a one-sided fucking conversation, and we haven't even fucking done anything yet.
Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of the city's way forward.
How much aura do I lose for crying when I got Fugue and just straight up stared at her for 10 minutes repeating so pretty? She is pretty though. Fugue is so pretty.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften? You also don't seem to be as quick-witted as before.
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our failure has never been on the cards.
Well then, I guess we'll find out if that's true at the Citizens' Assembly.
Castorice. I literally just pulled for you! Why are you siding with these people?
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa, I unintentionally facilitated your partnership with him instead.
Castorice. I saw art of Aglaya and Anaxa, and I kind of like it. And when he says Aglaya, dear Aglaya, hello, trust me, I know.
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me. I will answer them to the best of my knowledge.
In that case, please tell us as much as you can.
When you went to look for Anaxa.
In actuality, he showed me a past that was both long and heavy.
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now, but that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes.
Castorice.
Have you heard of this tale before? A tale the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom, like a tyrant king. About 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left of her was a pile of bones. Devastated, the queen wept for several days. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous warriors, and all of the town's innocent civilians in a single gulp. Worse still, the souls of the deceased refused entry to the Netherrealm because they were filled with regret. Forced to roam the mortal realm, these resentful souls ultimately converged into a river of souls that would not retreat for a long time. The terrifying death had consumed all. Thereafter, our hometown fell into ruin as well. Until... actually, I don't know what happened next either.
Oh my... It seems that you still like to whet people's appetites even after all this time, Polixia. So, according to your story, this is how I used to look? It's practically a mirror image. And yet, what exactly is this?
A miracle that I created with alchemy. As for what it is and how I was able to accomplish it, I'll keep the answers to myself for now.
Oh my goodness, is this cliffhanger really necessary?
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this splendid play, and the truth will naturally reveal itself.
Dragon, huh? I've heard this legend before.
In that case, what do you think of it?
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous analogy added to the story by future generations. After all, you've never heard of a tradition of alchemy in your hometown before, have you?
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area of study.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as a fable told to young children.
A fable, you say? If so, what moral is it trying to impart to the kids?
I guess it might be the concept of equivalent exchange?
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something like honor the dead.
Huh.
What? At a loss for words?
No, I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If life is priceless, then there is hardly anything else in this world that is of equal weight to it, right?
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me. Why don't I ask you a question as well, as a form of equivalent exchange?
Of course. What is your question?
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
What? What kind of strange question is this? I got it. You're just trying to get me to tell you whether I like anyone, right?
Let's just leave it at that. That was rude of me.
Yes, I would.
Oh?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I'm certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. After all, you, me, and the rest will all have to face that fateful moment eventually.
Oh, damn. Did you get Castorice? I got Castorice! Hell yeah, I got Castorice. I'm so happy.
My time.
I won the
is
50-50.
finally here. However, perhaps because of my firm belief in the immeasurable value of life.
To be honest with you, Annie, the only gacha games that I play, or that I've known, is Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, Impact Third, Zenless Zone Zero, Withering Waves, Tower of Fantasy, there's also the solo leveling Arise gacha game, Nikki, Infinity Nikki, and then some others. If you want to know more about more gacha games, you might want to go over to Casual's YouTube channel, because he plays a lot more of different gacha games than I do. I try to stick with the same ones, to be fair. So if you want to know different like gacha games or different kinds of games within this kind of genre or anime related, he plays a lot of them compared to what I do. You can try Punishing Grey Raven, it's the best. If it's on PC, then I can try, but on PlayStation, there's not a lot of gacha games on here.
I am unable to complete the trial.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. It is a pity that fate is such a cruel mistress.
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and me, one must pay the price. Our trial can only be completed when the one chosen sacrifices her life. I'm afraid that the prophecy might even have selected a pair of twins for this exact purpose.
Wait, is Policia Castorice's twin sister? She looks so much like her sister. They look alike. Could it be that Castorice has a twin sister who is now the Death Titan? And Policia became the Titan of Death? It's a Cure game. Cure is the best company. Oh, okay.
My sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. And yet, I can't do the same.
Is this someone related to Castorice? I don't know. I don't actually know.
How absurd. My time is almost up, but I'm still afraid to welcome death. What should we do? If I'm ultimately not able to make up my mind...
Take inspiration from all the current games and launch a game that is 100 times better than other games in the market.
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end, there is still plenty of time for you to ponder.
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future to cloud your mind.
Trial, prophecy, the topics that they're discussing seem familiar. But these three people must not have left their names in the epics. Otherwise, I would have some recollection of this.
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born was complete chaos. Is that not strange by itself?
Who is this in the wheelchair? I have no idea quite yet. When I heard Pair of Twins, my head immediately started playing Daughter of Evil and Servant of Evil. Whoa.
I have long held three hypotheses about this. However, let's continue watching for now.
Calypso. Polixia.
That's how you say her name. I was saying Policia, but it's Polixia. Okay.
And this warrior... I seem to have met him somewhere before.
Yeah, Strife.
Regarding this matter, Nias, are you confident that you'll complete your trial?
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen once I've emerged victorious.
Maybe they're trying to trick Kindness. Like, in the end. Maybe it's just so that the Flame Chase journey actually does succeed. And when all of the flames of every Titan has been down or whatever, maybe humans will once again have the power to control their planet again and be able to look among the stars again.
Looks like you have made up your mind.
Yes, this is the safest course of action.
Completely separating courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, and reason. You really know how to make things difficult.
Please, young lady, witness my fall and demise. Lady Calypso, you shall host the soul-rending ceremony.
I do not understand. Why would you dare to sacrifice yourself for a future that you won't get to witness?
Because this is our destiny. The power that resides within me is so intense that I will one day be engulfed by it. Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path I chose to walk. A journey I began long ago. If your sister or Chaos were in my position, I believe they would make the same choice as well.
I'm not that brave. I don't know how I'm supposed to face such a serious affair.
Despite being Death's chosen one, it seems you still don't know how to face it. Let's chat, young lady. Perhaps I shouldn't end my journey so hastily. Since there's still time,
I'm not worried about letting fate wait a little longer.
Of course. This warrior is Lord Anias. As the embodiment of Nikador's divinity, he entrusted his life to us and allowed humankind to end his madness. That means that what I'm currently seeing before my eyes is, in fact...
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. These heroes are the true forms of the Titans, before they attain their divinity. If so, the chosen one of death that he speaks of is actually...
Polixia? Is the previous form of Thanatos? But her appearance...
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she went, we'll naturally be able to figure out the location of the Death Titan.
Just got Castorice on accident, so yay. Hell yes, we're all getting Castorice today.
But before that, we first need to witness what ultimately happened to Lord Anias.
Intriguing. I don't know whether to pull for Castorice's light cone. Do I pull for Castorice's Lycone? I mean, we're getting the 1600, like, Jades in the next 2 weeks, which means it'll be after Castorice's, banner and going into Anaxagoras. So we already have the 1600 already for Anaxagoras' banner. Do we pull for Castorice's Lycone? Because technically I don't need Fugue or Jiao Chou as much. I would love to get Jiao Chou, but in this particular banner I don't think it's necessary, and I already have E0 S1 Acheron. Try it. I think I would like to pull for Castorice's Light Cone, just because if I do get it earlier on, at least then you'll have E0 S1 for Castorice, and then 1600 like Stellar Jades for Anaxagoras' banner, as well as the other 5 that we will get on the store from the exchange shop. So not only will we have 1600, we'll also have the 5 passes through that. So, I don't know.
Lord Nias's honor is sealed here.
Incredible. The honor in this child's soul is so light. I believe that his tenacity is sealed within this statue.
Before we fought Nikador, we also released it from the stone statue. Nikador's courage is a testament that they have never once retreated from a battle.
I've heard that these words are still engraved in Castrum Kremnos even today. It didn't occur to me that they were actually part of an alchemical formula. Sealed within this statue is undoubtedly his sacrifice.
They use their own body as our city walls, keeping out and protecting us from the pervasive spread of madness. They are acutely aware that if the end times were to arrive, there would be nothing left in this world to conquer.
Honor, courage, tenacity, sacrifice.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
But she's the Reason Titan. Does that mean that because she's the whole Reason Titan thing, that she's the one who sealed it?
All farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Nias.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you aren't able to feel sorrow anymore.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process. And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing? Separation and death are two sides of the same coin. Reconciling this doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of mine, young lady. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely hollow. The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
How does someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living, afford the same amount of bliss? Now please, go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Mm-hmm. Polixia. I'm here.
Wait. What? Okay, so from what I'm seeing, Castorice is the Death Titan? She isn't just the fated and destined person to be the demigod of death. She is the Titan of Death. Huh?
What? This...
Oh.
This is quite interesting indeed.
Whoa.
Is this... Polixia's sister? Is it... me?
What the fuck?
Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises.
What the fuck?
Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head on.
Plot twist? That's a fucking big ass fucking plot twist.
Prophesize. Do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction?
She's the fucking Death Titan.
Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers, one that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head. Will they not?
How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you?
Well then, tell me, what exactly are we?
Whoa.
I don't know.
After throwing a brick at me, literally though.
the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world. Ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
She used it to resurrect Castorice.
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. Even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesied new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the Netherrealm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall respond to my call and lead you to the sacred daylight. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead, and do not stop moving. In the new world promised by the prophecy, march toward your new life.
I'll be back in a moment, guys. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
As for the price of our equivalent exchange, let me be the one to pay it.
So who
Everybody,
really is it?
We've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being. so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough. I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the New World. Just like the flame chase journey of today, Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new Titans at the world's end, thereby shaping a new world?
Wait, and because I'm a demigod right now, we're one of those Titans? We're Onyx's... Oh. We're the Time Titan. The MC is the Time Titan in the world's end. Shaping the new world of time. What the fuck? Holy fuck. Okay, so Castorice is death. Circe's is reason. Well, at this point it's Circe's and Anaxa is reason. We have Aglaia, who is the romance titan, or whatever the fuck, Nestia titan. Tribby is... Yanis. We have Mighty, who is Strife. This is crazy.
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova, as mentioned in the prophecy.
This is utterly unbelievable. Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town? The birthplace of alchemy in the tale of the dragon. In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
the new Sporist masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, come on.
It was made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation.
Really? The fucking Philosopher's Stone? What the fuck is this? Harry Potter? Fucking... I don't even know what to say to this. I replied to someone who was being... since he hates women so much and he removed my... Goddamn.
Remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the Netherrealm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure. However, my line of thinking will not fail, because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses. Actions speak louder than words, Castorice. With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, her life is also slowly slipping away. But before I leave, I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul.
Oh. A memory imprinted in Kao's soul. Holy crap, okay.
If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
You have to go get some mail. Have a nice rest of your day. All good, Cucumber. Thank you for stopping by in the stream. We'll see you later.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
I don't think he really gives a shit about that, Circes.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body. What's the big deal?
Oh my god.
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
Oh goddamn.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaya, please, let me explain.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akama can enjoy everlasting peace. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mrs. Soul.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows
is moot.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Castorice and meet the god of death himself. Castorice, I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Aklaya.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, then how do we find a way in? Lady Treby is probably...
The answer is quite simple. In the Myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the Netherrealm as they pleased. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same.
Oh, so we're gonna meet the demigod of Zagreus.
I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
Cypher. Whew. Goddamn. Alright. It's been almost 2 hours and I still can't find a good internet connection. I missed a lot from this live stream. Oh damn. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's get through all of these so that we can continue.
Is this Welcome to the
Wow.
If I have, oh, okay, so this is about Hyacinth, okay. And then this one is about Anaxagoras.
I saw that...
If it's just for
if ever I want to go back and read all this, I will do, but I really cannot be asked to do so.
He is panicked.
Can I not just do that instead of reading all the way through them? Okay, here we go. Servant of Death. Okay, nice. That's all done. We can grab this and grab that. Okay, we have 3 here. Alright. Well, guys, that will be it for today's stream, I think. We did pretty well, considering we got through a lot of the story. And we have Castorice. I do want to pull for Castorice's Lycone though, I really do. But that will be it for today, guys. Tomorrow we'll be streaming some Wuthering Waves because I do want to pull for Shorekeeper. And it might be a long one considering I'm not at work tomorrow because of it being Good Friday. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream and thank you all so much for stopping by. I will see you guys tomorrow for the next weekday stream, and until then, thank you all so much for watching and goodbye everyone. Bye. Every time. Anyways, thanks for the live streaming. See you later, time action. Bye. That's all.